It was just one email. No threats, no insults, just a sentence typed a little too confidently. By the end of the week, one career would be over, and the person who sent it would wish they could unread a moment that took 5 seconds to write. This is how small power trips ruin lives. 32. Smart. Reliable. The kind of employee everyone depends on but no one celebrates. She arrives early, eats lunch at her desk, leaves after the lights dim. Her boss likes to call her solid, which is another way of saying invisible. On Thursday morning, Grace finally gets an email she's been waiting for. Subject line, promotion review. Her hands pause above the keyboard. Just for a second. Hope is a dangerous thing when it's been delayed too long. The meeting is short. Too short. Her manager, Evan, doesn't look up much. He talks about timing, budget, and team fit. Corporate words that mean nothing and explain everything. Grace nods, thanks him, keeps her voice steady. As she stands to leave, Evan adds one more thing, almost casually. Let's keep the enthusiasm professional. Some people might misread it. He smiles like he's being helpful. That's the moment. Because Evan isn't correcting her work. He's correcting her place. Grace goes back to her desk and does what she always does. She works. But Evan feels something new now. A subtle shift. He spoke down and nothing happened. No pushback. No consequence. So he does it again. Publicly corrects her over a minor typo. Reassigns a project she led to someone else. Forwards her emails with comments like, let's tighten this up. Small things. Individually harmless. Together, a pattern. Power trips don't announce themselves. They practice. Friday afternoon, the office is quiet. People are halfway out the door mentally. Grace sends a company-wide update. Routine, clean, approved. Evan replies, all. Next time, run this through me first. We need to maintain standards. That's it. One sentence, but it lands like a slap in a silent room. Grace doesn't respond. She just stares at the screen. She goes home, doesn't cry, doesn't rant. She opens her laptop again at 11:43 p.m. and she starts organizing. Screenshots, timestamps, performance reviews, Slack messages praising the same work Evan now belittles. She doesn't plan revenge. She plans accuracy. Monday morning, Evan is confident.
This is worse than we thought.
He's always been
I know.
confident.
What's the next step?
Until
We need to
HR
act now
asks
before
him
it gets
to join
out.
a meeting. Just a conversation, they say. Grace is already there. So is legal. The screen fills with his own words, his own emails, his own tone magnified by context he never thought to check. Power looks different when it's documented. Evan explains, minimizes, smiles too much. But something has shifted because leadership doesn't hear confidence anymore. They hear pattern. 2 weeks later, Evan is exploring opportunities outside the company. Grace gets the promotion. Quietly. No announcement, just a new title and a calendar full of meetings. On her first day in the new role, Grace sends her own email. Clear, professional, respectful. She doesn't mention Evan. She doesn't mention the past. Power, used carefully, doesn't need to prove anything. Because life-changing mistakes aren't always loud or cruel. Sometimes they're made by people who think a little authority gives them permission, until they learn that every small power trip leaves a trail.